Hello everyone, 316, LEGO Maniac 316 here. I'm back with another Power Rangers Lightning Collection review. This time it's the Mighty Morphin Tenga Warrior of Wave 9, who originally retailed for $19.99 but has since gone up in price to $22.99. Such as many of the other figures, Hasbro has been increasing the price to about $3 more. 2 packs aren't too bad, they only increase the price by about $2, so anyway, this is how the figure comes straight out of the package. Head tilted to the side with the claw hands on, and no accessories on the figure. Speaking of accessories, let's take a look at those. So the first accessories you get is 2 fisted hands, and they're the exact same. And if you can see, they have little claws on the thumbs, which is a nice attention to detail. Usually I do the size comparison last, but I'm actually going to do a quick comparison for the hand here. So just take a look at the difference in size between these hands. It's absolutely gargantuan next to this hand. It's almost as big as someone's helmet. Like, look at that. It's insane. Anyway, stick him back there. So you get 2 fists, one for each side. They're the exact same. Next up you get an egg and also an effect piece in like a kind of like almost pearlescent-y white, depending on how the light hits it. Reminds me of Mountain Dew Voodoo, if you've ever had that. The egg does have 2 holes in them, so you can take the claw hand here and stick it through one of the claws or talons, and it'll hold it. Again, same thing with the bottom, just stick it in and it stays. I really wish you could have just, plugged it in the hand like that, but it's such a, bulbous shape, and this is kind of more closed than you think it would be, but otherwise, yeah. And then the effect piece just wraps around the egg, so you can have the Tenga Warrior holding it, and then it has the effect piece on it. Alright, so the last accessories are the wing pieces, which go in the arms. That you get 4 per side. So the way it works, I'll show you on the figure here. You got 2 holes or indents here where the pieces go on both sides. This is the left side and this is the right side. Or actually no, this is the left side because, if the figure was looking out their eyes. Okay. So the left is this side, excuse me. So you can see every piece has an indication on which side it goes. So this is L, so that will just plug into here. And then this will plug in to here. So that's what the big wing piece looks like, and yeah, that's pretty nice. It's very wide wingspan, and you can still bend the arm even with the long ones in. It doesn't look particularly great, but it works. And then for the other side, I'll do the smaller wings. So again, here are the smaller wings. You get 2 of them for each side. So this one goes into the forearm, and then this one goes into the upper arm, like so. So there's the difference in the wings, and you can mix and match these if you want, although again it doesn't really look particularly great. But the smaller wings on this side here are used for like when they're fighting, one of the Ninjetti or Mighty Morphin members. So yeah. Like I said, you can bend this, as you saw just a few seconds ago, but this one has a lot more movement. It is a lot easier to put in a pose than this one. This one can really be a challenge to bend without it falling out of place. But yeah, fantastic wing pieces, just really nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself, since I've been holding it for so long, and I gotta say, for $20, I don't know how Hasbro got away with this. This figure is fully kitted out. There's no old molds as far as I can tell. This is all new stuff. Let's start at the legs here. And as you can see on the thighs and a few other areas, like right under the tuft of hair here, on every wing piece, and a little bit above the top of the head, there's a bit of green, like metallic green paint just put on there to really bring out the shininess and reflectiveness, and it works very well. You also have some like weathering, I guess, of the armor pieces on both of the shins, the knee pads, the upper body here. And it just looks really great. It helps add to the fact that this is like a very old, and kind of gross, character. Obviously, Hasbro wants you to army build these, so the fact that they got away with making this, $20 is, I don't know how they did that. It's insane to me. It's 2 per case too, so there's a case of 8, there's 2 figures per case, and this is the first time I found one in person. So I'm not going to go too much into articulation, but I just want you to get an overall feel for the look of this figure. I will note some things though. This is a very hard plastic, although it has maybe a slight softness to it. It's a little bendy. This is definitely softer plastic. This is hard plastic. This is rubber, so it's not going to get too much in the way. It kind of looks like a diaper, but it's not connected at the bottom. And then the upper body, just where this cuts off, this upper section is rubber. That way you can move the arm upward further if you wanted to. But it's got a little bit of give, but more dense and hard. But the only other exceptions to the articulation is that they only have a single jointed elbow, which kind of sucks, but I understand with how they did the wings. So, and the only other thing you can do is open the mouth, which I think is just a very nice detail and helps bring some life to these characters. So if you want to differentiate between the Tenga warrior to another, you could do that. So very excellent figure. I really do like this a lot. I knew that if I didn't, get this figure when I saw it on shelves, I wouldn't see it in person again. And so far, every other store I went to since I got this figure, I haven't seen anything. I'll go ahead and put the rest of the big wing pieces on. This is how I like to display the figure, with my other figures to the left and to the right here. Before we move on to the box, I'm going to go to the size comparison. So I do have a few Mighty Morphin figures, but I'm only going to take a look at one since he's right up front here, and that's Black with Dragon Shield. And I mean, just look at the size difference. This guy takes up so much space. Again, it just baffles me how they got away with making this figure $20. I don't know how they did it. But yeah, I do have Ninjetti Black or Adam on pre-order, so whenever I get that figure, he'll have someone to fight. But yeah, really, really interesting just to see size comparison. And another size comparison. Let's go ahead and do the SPD Uniforce Cycle, if I can fish it out from here. I mean, size-wise, he's heavier. Like, he's more dense. This is slightly hollow, but like, you could have him ride in the bike. I'll have an imager link in the description, so if you want to see me take some pictures of this figure and him riding the bike, just go ahead and check that out in the description. Let me go ahead and stick that back here. I have like all my figures out on display on my desk right now. It's my main thing. But yeah, you can get this guy into some unique poses and, really make it look like they're fighting another figure. I'll go ahead and stick him off to the side while we take a look at the box. The box is a bit interesting. So, as you can see on the box, it has a green face with a yellow beak, whereas on the figure itself, it uses the more gray and purpley gold beak than the one on the box. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's one of the ones that's more jarring in comparison to the figure. There's a couple others like, MMPR red, because they hadn't fixed the helmet until metallic armor came out, which I might end up getting. I don't know. I haven't decided. But here's a nice look at the box. It's all in purple. Top's purple. There's the legalese. Side of the box, Mighty Morphin. Other side of the box with the lightning bolt. And on the back here, where a little bit of the shoulder plate is showing. But yeah, there you go. So I think the verdict's pretty clear. This figure is absolutely worth the $20 or even $23 it retails for. You get just so much with this figure. It's, you know, it's a no-brainer. If you see it on shelves, absolutely. If you can get it for retail price, absolutely. Don't overpay for this figure. I mean, if you really want the figure, are you going to overpay? Probably, but just if you find it on shelves like I did, grab it. You're not going to see it again. Trust me. I've looked everywhere. I've only found it in one place, and that's when they just put the figures on the shelf. Anyway, I will be doing a opening of a particular thing soon. That should be the next video. The previous video was the Pokemon Oreo opening. But the next opening video is going to be of something I've done a couple months ago but haven't done since. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next Power Rangers Lightning Collection review. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.